What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video here at Red Dirt Reptiles. For those of you just joined us, I'm Corey Samples. And for those of y'all returning, we're obviously going to get right into it. So, today, we're going to cover aggression on this video over leopard geckos. Are they aggressive? And if they are aggressive, what signs of aggression are there? To be honest with you, these guys are generally super docile and super tame animals. Super tame reptiles, I should say. They are 99.9% more likely to flee than to do anything else or any type of biting. Now, if these things feel threatened or anything like that, they make this little rat sound, which it's generally described as the leopard gecko bark or the gecko bark. While rather cute, it does show that they are in fear or being defensive, and so while again it is cute, we must respect that the animal is feeling rather threatened and back up at that present moment. If you are doing it right, you should really relatively never hear your animal do that. We don't ever hear ours bark. I only know that they bark, honestly, because I've seen others that have barked. I've never had one bark on me. We have always done our best to be gentle and kind with these little guys. You're not really going to find an aggressive leopard gecko. This is a male, so typically you won't find an aggressive male. If a male's being aggressive, it is more than likely because you have touched another male leopard gecko and have not washed your hands, and that male leopard gecko can smell the other one and might bite you because of that. They are very territorial, but they are not aggressive. So if you wash your hands well or use hand sanitizer in between handling, two different males, you should be relatively fine. As far as females, typically you won't have an aggressive female unless you've got two females together, and really the only time that's really an issue is if you're housing two females together in something that's super small. Remember, at least 20 gallons per leopard gecko. Let's see. Let me think about this. Blue is pretty chill pill. So, if you have an aggressive leopard gecko, it is 9 times out of 10 due to how you are handling it. Leopard geckos, again, will usually flee rather than be aggressive or bite. I have never been bitten. My wife has been bitten, and my daughter has been bitten. And my wife has only been bitten because of my daughter. Trying to teach little ones to be super soft with these is very, very hard, and while my wife didn't think it would be an issue, it was, and my little girl squeezed our female Mia a little too hard, and Mia turned around and bit her because she couldn't get away. And so it's not that Riley squeezed her, or my daughter Riley, squeezed her too hard and she bit her. If all it was if she squeezed her too hard and then let her go, Mia would have run off. What it was that my daughter squeezed her and then held her and would not let go. And when Mia tried to leave, she would not let go. So she turned around, being defensive, and bit my daughter, which, doesn't really hurt as an adult, but as a kid, I could see why it might sting, and I could see that it would scare the tar out of you. Especially being so young, you expect something so loving to not bite you, and when it does, it just breaks your poor little heart. I know it did my daughter. But for the most part, these guys aren't going to be aggressive. If you find that they're aggressive at a young age, they're going to be aggressive the rest of their life. And that's, in my opinion, from personal experience. This isn't, scientifically proven, but anytime I have dealt with a leopard gecko and it's young, usually it's because I've gotten a hot female, and now I've got a super aggressive little female. Any males I've ever encountered, I've never had an issue with. Usually have been just like this guy, just super sweet and active. but definitely had some aggressive females throughout the years, and that's trial and error. That's my own fault for cranking up heat during incubation. I covered that in my last video. I have done that myself before and created 3 or 4 hot females throughout my time of doing this. Luckily, I was able to get those to people who and did enjoy having them for educational purposes. So, if you remember in my last video, there aren't a lot of people that like those. So, mainly, that's really all there is to say about aggression on these little guys. If you are doing it right, you're not going to really have an aggressive animal. And even again, if you were to find this animal out in the wild, 10 times out of 10, it is going to run off and flee. Even if you corner it, it is going to try and bolt off from around you or out of your hands before it actually just bites you. They are just not aggressive animals like that. They are very docile at heart. So if you have any differences, if you've experienced something different where maybe you have an aggressive leopard gecko or you have one that is showing major signs of being aggressive or making aggressive notions, please comment and let me know. I would love to talk to you and kind of get a basis on what's going on with you. See if I can help you or maybe learn something that's going on with your leopard gecko, because just as much as I love to educate, I love to be educated. And I think I've said this before, but the more educated I am and the more educated you are, the better off these guys are. So again, if you like this video and you feel like you got something to say, hit like, drop a comment, and let's get to discussing. We'll see you at the next video.